cruising. All right. What's going on, everybody? We're watching 2 matches at once because some of the people in the chat were just like, oh, we're going to watch Alcaraz and Rune. Oh, okay, fine. Fine, we'll watch Alcaraz Rune, I guess. Reluctantly. But we're watching a really good match with Sabalenka and Paolini, which is obviously the match that everybody wants to watch. Instead of Alcaraz, but we'll watch Alcaraz anyway. I gave into the pressure. By the way, it's 7-5 Sabalenka, but 3-love Paolini in the second. So we're getting some really interesting matchups. And winner plays Penko. Winner plays Penko in the final of Stuttgart tomorrow. All right, 15-all. 15-all. Just woke up here in Hawaii. What's up? Welcome. Penko was amazing today. Yeah, she was pretty cruisy. As the return goes out by Paolini, 30-15. Castle winning close 2 sets, you reckon? Okay. Ostapenko will give either of these two a run for their money. Penko's on fire. She sure is. Okay, 30-15. So we serve again from Sabalenka. Into the backhand of Paolini, but it's a let by Sabalenka. As we serve. There's a fault, second serve. Second serve, Sabalenka. As the return goes into the backhand of Sabalenka. Sabalenka gets it long, and it's 30-all. Chance for the double break here, Paolini in the second. 30-all. 30-all. As we get a serve again, Sabalenka 30-all. Return goes in the corner, Sabalenka. Paolini can't get that one, 40-30. $40-30. 40-30. Rune is about to walk out on court, by the way. As that goes out on the return from Paolini, and Sabalenka's on the board. 3-1 second set. All right. All right. 3-1. Alcaraz just walked out on court. As we backhand now to the backhand of Sabalenka. And Sabalenka in the net. 15-love. 15-love. 15 love. Love. As with a backhand return down the line from Paolini, goes wide. 15-0. Rune looks like he's just happy to be there. Well, hopefully he's happy. He's not going to be happy with a runner-up trophy. Serve again. As the return goes into the backhand of Paolini, backhand of Sabalenka, to the forehand of Paolini, the Sabalenka backhand into the backhand of Paolini, to the forehand of Sabalenka, Paolini backhand on the stretch to the slice, Sabalenka forehand cross, Paolini pass, Sabalenka volley, Paolini gets it with a lob, but it goes long. And it's 15-30. $15-30. 15-30. Serve again for Sabalenka, for Paolini. Serve again. Into the forehand of Sabalenka. Forehand from Paolini. The backhand of Sabalenka. Slice the backhand of Paolini. Paolini hits a winner. No, Sabalenka says it's wide. If it's out, it's break points. What is that color palette? What are you talking about? And that was wide by Paolini.
It's out! It's out!
All right. 15-40. 15-40. To get back the break. And as the return goes back into Paolini. Paolini hits it out. We're back on serve. 3-2. Sorry, I came in too aggressive, deleting that comment. Okay. 3-2. Sabalenka breaks back. Sabalenka, it's been an awful match, and hopefully she wins. She's fighting back, so it's very good to enjoy being alive for as number 2 for a couple of hours before Alcaraz wins Barcelona. Well, you said it. I mean, let's see what happens. Does the Alcaraz Rune game start after Paolini and Sabalenka? I wish. It starts during, which kind of stinks, but we're here anyway. I was hoping that Sabalenka and Paolini would hopefully finish before, but it is what it is. It's what the doubleheader's for. An emergency like this. Yep, Sabalenka's number 1. Sabalenka's number 1. It's been good having Rune in these finals. The more he's in the mix, the better. Yeah, he's actually been, final of Indian Wells. He's been the quarterfinals, semifinals, Monte Carlo. He's been decent there. He's been good here. I mean, yeah, Rune has been good the last few weeks. He's had a really good couple of weeks and couple of tournaments. Consistency is there, and he's back in the top 10, which helps. So that's good. Yeah, Rune does like clay as well. He lost to Opelka in a close 3-setter in he had to retire in Monte Carlo, my bad. But Indian Wells final here. Close loss in Miami to Opelka, which is no shame in that. And then he had to retire against Borges. So, yeah, he's been 2 finals in 4 tournaments. That's pretty good. 15 all. Sabalenka trying to level. She serves a fault. Second serve. Second serve. To the backhand of Paolini. Sabalenka backhand into the backhand of Paolini. Sabalenka again, the backhand of Paolini. Is Sabalenka forehand in the net. 15-30. 15-30. Yeah, he did really well in Australia too and lost to Sinner. And probably, I still think Rune was Sinner's worst opponent. Like, hardest opponent for that entire tournament too. So, yeah, so Sinner, he pushed Sinner the hardest physically against, did Rune. So, yeah, Rune, it's just a consistency thing for Rune. Because we know how good he is. He's this good, 30 all Sabalenka. All right, 30 all. Rune's going to serve first, by the way. Who you got, chat? I'm going to go with Alcaraz in straights, but a close straight sets. Sabalenka serves. Into the forehand of Paolini. Paolini in the net. 40-30 Sabalenka. As she fights back. Winner of this plays Ostapenko in the final. And Rune losing the first point. Love 15. Rune just missed it. Ace from Sabalenka. All right, 3-0. Sabalenka recovers. As the return from Alcaraz goes long, and it's 15-0. $15-all. $3-all for Paolini's serve, and Sabalenka overhits it. Does anybody know the schedule of Eala or Raducanu? Are these unbelievable players playing next week? Rune hits it in the net, 15-30. As we get a serve again from Rune. As that goes out in the return from Alcaraz, 30-all. 30-all. First game of the final. Do you still stick with Sabalenka in straights? No, actually, I've changed my mind because that's allowed. I'm going to go with Sabalenka in straight sets. 30-15. 30-15. Paolini trying to get back the lead. As the return goes out by Sabalenka, 40-15. $40-30, by the way. Rune to win the first game of this final. Paolini trying to get back the lead. Serves an ace. All right. All right. Sabalenka fights back, but Paolini stays strong and stays in front. Chat, for the love of God, please stop spamming. If you're spamming, please stop. It's really annoying. Mods are doing a tough enough job doing a double header. We don't need you to also be a pain in the ass. Just please. Please don't spam. Not today. It's one of the reasons why I don't like doing double headers is because poor Deb has to jump from chat to chat. And it's just a pain in the ass for all of us. So just please... we're doing the double header because we want to watch both matches. But if people are gonna spam and just be a pain in the ass, just please don't. It's really hard work already. Don't make it harder for Deb. All right. All right. Alcaraz serving, 1 love. As with a 4-4 rally, and Alcaraz puts it away, and it's 15 love. 15 love. Has Alcaraz ever won Madrid? Yeah, he's won it twice. 22-23 he won Madrid. As Rune hits it wide and it's 30 love. Alcaraz. As Paolini hits it out and the return is 30 love Sabalenka. $30 love. Sabalenka serves a fault. Second serve. Second serve. To the back of Paolini. Slice Sabalenka goes wide. And it's 30-15. 30-15. As Sabalenka serves again. A fault, second serve. Second serve, Sabalenka. In the back of Paolini. Sabalenka backhand to the forehand. Paolini on the stretch. As Sabalenka goes down the line for a winner. 40-15. Also, Alcaraz holds 1-1 in the final. If you're just joining us, Zverev. Sinner, I wish. Zverev won the final in Munich, beating Shelton in the final. But Stuttgart are a day behind. So their final's tomorrow, which is a little bit confusing because the Madrid draw comes out today, but the rankings come out tomorrow. But the final's on tomorrow night. Is anyone else confused, chat? How do they base the seedings of Madrid? It seems like it's confused. Again, 2-week Masters. It's kind of confusing, right? Because, I don't know, chat. The rankings come out tomorrow, but the draw's coming out now or today. So then, do they base it on last week? I guess they based it on... So wait, they do base it on last week. But then... When do they update the rankings on the women? Is it updated on Tuesday? Because the final's on Monday. I don't know how I'm going to do a ranking show. That's what I'm asking. How the hell do I do a ranking show if I don't know when the rankings are updated? Yeah, base the rankings on last week. So Alcaraz number 1 seed. That's fine. But then... How do we... Yeah, I don't know. It's very confusing. I mean, Madrid actually doesn't have a problem with that because it's based on last week. Everything's based on last week. But then, when do the rankings come out after Stuttgart or before Stuttgart? Because then points fall off, and then how does... I don't know. Anyways, Paolini gets a return winner. It's an advantage. Yeah, I want to do a ranking show, but I might not be able to do one because it's too confusing. 30 all. Chance for Alcaraz to break here in the final. Chance for Paolini to break in the second. All right, nice hitting from Rune. 40-30 as Paolini returns the point to Sabalenka. Sabalenka gets a winner and it's deuce. Djokovic's Players Union should talk about this. I'm sure once they get through this thing they're battling at the moment, I reckon 2-week Masters might be something they talk about eventually. But again, I don't think so. The rankings don't. The Madrid doesn't actually have any point. No, the rankings don't matter with Madrid. It's more the. The rankings coming out after Stuttgart final for the ladies, because I don't know if I'm going to update the rankings on Tuesday or Wednesday or tomorrow. Good return winner from Sabalenka, advantage. As Alcaraz hits a slice, but the volley is too good by Rune. 2-1 Rune, first set. Munich had 1 top 10 player playing and Barcelona had 5. Yeah. But I think next year that'll change because I think a lot of top 10 players will find the value in playing Munich because it's worth a lot of points. And if you only got to play 1 top 10 player, that's a pretty good deal. It's got some good free points for some. I mean, I reckon we're going to get a lot more top 10 players playing Munich next year just because it seems... It's better than playing Barcelona. You got to play harder competition, but you also played harder competition in Monte Carlo last week. So why do that twice? Why not get a bunch of points in Munich, which is worth the same, right? For maybe less competition. Slice lob by Sabalenka. Paolini gets it. Sabalenka puts up another lob, but it goes out. 15 love. As Paolini serves again. They might play Barcelona because it's close to Madrid. Yeah, maybe. But I think a lot of players next year will probably play Munich. I reckon a lot of the players that played this week will choose Munich next year because of the... why wouldn't you go to Munich and try and make a semi-final, whereas here you might lose second round, right? I mean, I'd be playing Munich and avoiding Alcaraz in the future on the clay. I'd rather play. I think a lot of people, and no disrespect to Zverev, because I'm putting up him against Alcaraz, but I think a lot of players would like their chance against Zverev in Munich than Alcaraz in Spain. I think at the moment, even though I know he just won Munich, but I think a lot of players would pick, I want to play Sasha in Germany because that crowd is going to be not as crazy as the Spanish crowd. But also, right now, Zverev, this week has kind of redeemed himself, but he was a bit vulnerable. Whereas Alcaraz was coming off Monte Carlo and playing in Spain, in Barcelona, forget that. So I think if you gave players a choice of, well, do you want to play this guy here or this guy here? And they're worth the same points, you take Munich every day. Because even if you do play Sasha, it might be in the semis and you still get, points. Chunk of points for that, right? So we'll see what happens next year if Munich gets a little bit more, it's a bit more stacked. It's going to have Zverev, we know that. Anyways, Sabalenka with a lovely volley winner. And also there's less German players in the men's side than Spanish players. So again, that might be an incentive, I'm less likely to play a really tough local. But in Spain, I'm probably going to play there's a lot bigger chance I'm going to play a local and the crowd's going to go crazy. So I'd rather take my chances in Munich. Especially when it's worth the same amount of points. When Barcelona was 500 and 250 for everything else, no brainer, you play Barcelona. But I feel like now Munich might actually be a bit more... I feel a little bit more enticing for those reasons. Anyways, 30-0. Sabalenka looking to get this break and serve for the championship. Sorry, serve for the match. God damn it. Why do we have Monday finals are stupid. I understand why they did it, but also, it's going to be so confusing. Anyways, 30-0. Serve. There's a fault by Paolini. Second serve. Second serve, Alcaraz holds, by the way, 2-2. As the return goes in, the forehand of Paolini. Forehand now from Sabalenka. Into the forehand of Paolini on the stretch. Paolini in the net. 30-40, break point. Sabalenka to serve for the match. The winner plays Penko in the final tomorrow. Prize money, big factor. The prize money is similar too, right? It should be pretty similar. I don't think Barcelona is going to offer like double prize money compared to Munich. Munich prize money, they should be similar. I'd be pretty surprised if Barcelona were giving out like $3 million checks. All right, 30-40. As the return goes into the volley of Paolini. Sabalenka forehand pass. Paolini in the net with the volley. Sabalenka's going to serve the match. Good hustle from Sabalenka. All right. Somebody said that Zverev won about a 450,000 pounds, I think. Or euro, maybe. Which is similar to what Barcelona are offering. So I don't think prize money is that different in Barcelona. It's pretty much the same. Munich lineup next year will be Sinner, Zverev, Fritz, and Shelton. I agree. I think, yeah, Sinner will go there, wouldn't he? He wouldn't go to Barcelona. Sinner in Munich for 500 points makes more sense. Prize money pool was 2.9 million euros compared to Munich, 2.5. Okay, so there's an extra $400,000 to go around. Remember, the prize pool is bigger, but also it gets spread out. So maybe there was a couple more dollars for the winner than Barcelona, but again, I'd take a $10,000 cut if I won the championship. If I had a better chance of winning in Munich, you know what I mean? Like, let's say it's a $10,000 difference or $20,000 difference. I would take the $20,000 cut and get the 500 points if it was, better chance. I think. I don't think. It's not. If it was an extra $500,000 more, maybe you'd go. The prize money's pretty good in Barcelona. I can't. Like it's worth more than the points, but I feel like the chance of getting better points. I mean, that might be more beneficial to some. Anyways, Alcaraz has got break points, 15-40. We'll find out next year. We'll see who plays. See if Munich gets a stronger field next year. Because Munich next year might get a stronger field because this year it was a little bit light on it. A lot of players got some points and they didn't have to do as much for it. I mean, look at the tournament this week. Rune's had to play some killers to get to the finals. We're going to find out from Alcaraz, 15-40. Find out from Rune. Into the forehand of Alcaraz. Rune forehand goes into the forehand of Alcaraz. The forehand of Rune. Alcaraz forehand. Down the line, Rune gets up with a slice backhand. But it's wide. Alcaraz breaks. 3-2. He breaks. So Sabalenka is serving for the match. Love 15, Paolini. I'm going to fold by Sabalenka. Second serve. You're thinking getting points might be an investment in getting into the tournaments later on. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Or improving your ranking for the French. I mean, look at Shelton, right? He's got an extra 300 points by playing Munich. If he played Barcelona, let's be real, he probably wouldn't have gone as far because there was a lot more competition in Barcelona. But he's improved his ranking, which might get him higher seeded at the French, which means he gets to avoid players. So again, it's worth it could be worth it, yeah. Not for everybody though. It would be crazy if Alcaraz went to Munich and played. but for a lot of players, I think it would be definitely worth the slight pay cut to get possibly more points. Because at the end of the day, if you don't have ranking points, prize money and shit doesn't matter because you need ranking points to get you into places to get the prize money in the first place. So if you don't have the points, you can't get the money. So if you go get somewhere where there's more points, then you're going to get that 20. You're going to get that 20 grand later down the track anyway, right? Because it's going to get you into better tournaments down the track, like you said, Azza. Anyways, 30 all. 30 all. And we're talking about 20,000 for the winner, extra maybe if we're guessing. If you're in the first round, you probably get pretty similar prize money if you lost first round Barcelona as Munich, sorry. It's probably like an extra couple of $100 in the first or second rounds. But if you have better chances of winning those rounds, then why wouldn't you take it? Match point Sabalenka, 40-30. To take on Penko in the final tomorrow, and someone's driving out of here with a car. Somebody's taking a car home. 40-30. Sabalenka to get the dub. It's been competitive, but it hasn't been the highest quality top 10 clash. Paolini's done well, though. Give her credit. Sabalenka's level's not been as good as it should be. All right, 40-30. But it doesn't matter if she wins, right? If she wins, who cares what her quality was? We'll forget. Second serve, Sabalenka. Second serve. Into the backhand of Paolini. Return to the backhand of Sabalenka. Paolini forehand on the stretch. And Sabalenka down the line. There's a winner. There she is. She's in the final again. I think it might be her fourth final here. Maybe. She lost to Barty. She lost to Swiatek. And now she's playing Penko. So maybe her third final here. She definitely has been in the final of this tournament a fair bit. All right, GG's. Fourth final. She lost to Swiatek twice. And she lost to Barty. She didn't make the final last year. But she's in the final this year. Last year, she actually ended up losing in the quarterfinals to Vondrousova last year. So 4 finals in 5 years. That's pretty decent, but she just doesn't have that car. She wants that damn car. Give her the car. Give her the car. But Penko's going to want that car too, so we'll find out. GG's. Ostapenko versus Sabalenka tomorrow. All right, Rune's about to break back. We're going to merge the streams after this, so stay tuned. But good win by Sabalenka. Solid win. I mean, it wasn't her best quality match, but she won. She avoids a third, and she got the win. All right, 15-40. Alcaraz in trouble. 7 to the back of Rune. Return goes into the front of Alcaraz. Rune gets the point and the break, and we're back on set. All right. We merge the streams to make it easy for everybody to understand, and also so we can read the chat properly. Jump on over here if you want to keep watching Alcaraz versus Rune. But good win. Sabalenka gets through. That's all that matters. She play Penko tomorrow, and we'll see who is going to win Stuttgart and drive away in a Porsche. But if you want to keep watching the final of Barcelona, jump on over. All right. Let me fix the scores. Rune just broke back. Perfect time to join. Hey, Azza, thank you for the gifted membership. Appreciate that. All right. 3-3. Alcaraz has the break. So had the break and just gave it back. But he's now... Rune is trying to get the lead again. 15-love. Rune with a good pickup, and then Alcaraz hits the tape and it goes wide. All right, 15-love is Rune forehand. Into the forehand of Alcaraz. Rune forehand again. To the backhand of Alcaraz. Rune backhand again, the backhand of Alcaraz, and Alcaraz in the net. 30-love. $30-love. $30-love. And the return goes in the net from Alcaraz. 40-love. $40-love. 40 love. As we just serve to the front of Alcaraz. 4 now from Rune. To the back end of Alcaraz, who hits it wide. And it's 4-3. Rune leads again. All right. Cool. Yeah, please don't spam. I just read that by 2027, the center court in Munich is supposed to get a roof. I love that, but why? Chat. I think that's a good idea, but also, why are the 1000s not doing that? Like, if Munich are doing that, that's great. I love that for Munich. That's cool and all, but I also don't think it's not necessary. Unless, I don't think we complain that much if there's no roof on a 500, but maybe, look, if they get a roof, maybe it will force the 1000s to be better. Because Halle, Hamburg, and then Munich having a roof, 3 German... Chat, if they get a roof and Madrid and Rome lose their 1000 status to the German tournaments with roofs, I think fans would say, yeah, let's do that. Hamburg, Munich as 1000s because they have a roof only. That would make a case. I don't think the fans would say no to that. I know Madrid's already got a roof, but Rome better step up. Hamburg's coming back into the clay season. It's got a roof. It's had a roof for a long time. It used to be a 1000 as well. But also, Munich getting a roof, it's that's cool and all, but also I don't know if it's necessary. I don't know if anybody was complaining that much. But maybe they were. Maybe the weather was poor. So they feel the need. The need for the roof. 4-1 winner from Alcaraz 30 love. They have money to spend, otherwise it's not going to be upgraded to a 1000. Look, you put yourself in a good position if they did that, right? If there was ever a 1000 license on the card or something was going to change hands, Munich being with a roof, that's only going to help your case if it comes up, right? 40 love Alcaraz. Rome is a Master 1000 tournament because because of its history, it cannot be replaced. False. Everything can be replaced. That goes in there from Rune, and it's 4-all. Only Grand Slams are invincible. They're the only thing that cannot be changed. And even then, they have been changed at the time. Surface changes, location changes. So even the slams have had their time, So really the only tournament that has cannot be changed is Wimbledon. That's it. That's the only tournament that cannot be touched. Every other tournament is replaceable. By the way, Hamburg is a great example of that. Hamburg has been around since 1892. And in 2009, after being a 1000 event for years, was replaced. It was a 1000 event from 1990 onwards. It was a Grand Prix premier event from the 70s. And in 2009, it got downgraded. So Rome is not safe. Rome can be downgraded. If the ATP think that another tournament is more valuable or has more, is a more of a better facility or a better place, they will change it. They can change it. They can change the license. They can do it. They didn't Hamburg didn't have a choice. They had to give their license to Madrid. Rome is not immune. Rome is not safe. Nobody's safe. No tournament is safe. If it makes more sense to play somewhere else, there's no one safe. 40 love, by the way. Rune to get back the lead. So history or not, I agree though. I think the history should matter, but obviously in the past it hasn't mattered. So don't think Rome is going to stick around forever just because of the history. Because if Munich is a better facility and Rome don't have a roof, and that's the thing that changes the tide. I mean, having a roof is going to be might be a big deal. Anyways, 5-4, Rune holding. Why Alcaraz want to win this tournament so much? He looks serious and focused. Why does Alcaraz want to win this tournament so much? Because he looks serious and why does Alcaraz want to win this tournament so much? Why does he want to win? Why does Alcaraz want to win this tournament so much? He looks serious and focused. Why? Did you ask me? Are you asking? Are you saying? Are you asking? Is that a why? Is that a question? Why? Why? Alcaraz going to serve to stay in the set now. This tournament made me realize that Rune has a very high ceiling at this level to Alcaraz and Sinner. Yep. Yes. All right. Alcaraz serving to stay in the set. All right, Alcaraz to serve. Alcaraz serves. Into the body of Rune. Return goes in the front of Alcaraz, and he puts it away. 15 love. Sorry, to answer your question, the reason why is because the answer is why not? He looks serious and focused. Why does he want to win? I mean, why? Like anyone who plays wants to win. I don't think anyone just play. Well, I think most players want to play to win, especially if they're in a final. That's the reason. That's the big reason why. To win. 15 love. There's a backhand now from Alcaraz. That goes into the backhand of Rune. Alcaraz's backhand is long, and it's 15-0. 15-0. Rune trying to steal this set. 15-0. Serve again. Into the backhand of Rune. Alcaraz backhand to the backhand of Rune. Into the front of Alcaraz as Rune comes in and puts it away. All right. 15-30. 15-30. Serve again from Alcaraz. Into the front of Rune. Return to the front of Alcaraz, who goes down the line. But it's out. We got break points. Set points for Holger Rune to steal the set. 15-40. Serve. In the front of Rune. Backhand Alcaraz. Rune comes in with a forehand on the line. Alcaraz gets up with the backhand. It's Rune forehand. Again to the backhand of Alcaraz. It's Rune backhand down the line. Or down the middle. Rune gets a slice on the stretch. Now Alcaraz in control. He comes in. Hits a straight to Rune. Who hits a backhand winner. No, it's long. Oh, that was close. That was close. Rune knows it. He had a look. The line was open, and he overhit it. But there was a shot there. There was a chance. He still got a set point, but that was a chance. That was a chance. He still got a second chance. There was a look, though. There was 30-40. First serve's a fault, second serve. Second serve. To the backhand of Rune. Forehand from Alcaraz is a drop shot. It's too good. We get the deuce. We get the deuce. Alcaraz survives. All right, this match might have just turned up. Just turn it up a little bit. All right, deuce. As Alcaraz gets to advantage. As the return goes out, and Alcaraz holds 5-0. Saving set points. All right. Five. All right. $15 love. Rune wins the first point of the 11th game. That was close for Rune to close this one out. I mean, yeah, that backhand down the line. Remember that one. All right, serve again, Rune up. As with a 4-9 in the net from Alcaraz, and it's 30 love. 30 love. Rune serves again. $30 love. Serve in the front of Alcaraz, return to the front of Rune. Alcaraz slice. Into the front of Rune. There's Alcaraz with the backhand. To the backhand of Rune. Into the backhand of Alcaraz. As Rune backhand down the line. Alcaraz gets it with a forehand cross. Rune's got it. To the backhand of Alcaraz. As Rune backhand again. To the backhand of Alcaraz. Into the forehand of Rune. To the backhand of Alcaraz down the line. Rune's with a forehand cross court. Alcaraz gets it and hits it to the backhand of Rune. Rune in the net though. Alcaraz too strong. 30-15. 30-15. As Rune serves again. Serve in the backhand of Alcaraz. Rune backhand. Into the forehand of Alcaraz. As Rune backhand slice. Into the forehand of Alcaraz. And then Alcaraz comes in and puts it away 30-all. 30-all. Rune serves again. Alcaraz returns. Rune with a volley. He's a winner. Beautiful drop volley winner. 40-30. 40-30. Serve again. And the forehand of Alcaraz. Forehand from Rune. And the forehand of Alcaraz on the stretch. Alcaraz hits it long, and it's 6-5. Rune holds and stays in front. Rune is a fluke. All right. Alcaraz going to serve to get to the tiebreak. All right. Oh, pardon me. To the guy writing really long text constantly, can you please stop doing that? You're clogging up the chat. Rune said that Alcaraz is the best on clay, trying to emulate him. Well, not a bad person to try and copy. 15 love. If you want, Alcaraz is the best clay court player on the planet, right? 15 love. As Alcaraz serves again. The backhand of Rune. Alcaraz forehand into the forehand of Rune. The backhand of Alcaraz on the stretch. Alcaraz hits it out. 15-0. Now, Rune's already had 2 set points, if you're just joining us. He had 2 set points at the 4-5 or 5-4 game. He had a backhand passing shot that went long, which could have been the set. Well, he missed it. All right, 15-0. Serving the forehand of Rune. Alcaraz forehand win up, 30-15. As we just serve again from Alcaraz. There's a fault. Second serve. Serving to the back end of Rune. To the forehand of Alcaraz. Is Rune forehand. To the forehand of Alcaraz on the stretch. Alcaraz in the net though. 30-0. Chance for Rune to take the set here. 30-0. Serve and the return goes out by Rune. Alcaraz 40-30. Alcaraz to take us to a tiebreak. 40-30. Serve. To the backhand of Rune. Backhand from Alcaraz. Into the backhand of Rune. As Alcaraz backhand down the line. Rune gets on the stretch. Alcaraz backhand cross as Rune gets that to the backhand of Alcaraz. In the backhand of Rune. Rune in the net. Tie break.
It's time for the tie-break game!
Alright. Stupid buttons weren't working. Who you got, chat? Who's winning this tiebreak? Who is winning this tiebreak? Rune's already had the set points. You kind of feel like he needs to win the tiebreak now that he's had the chances. A lot of people going with Alcaraz, though. All right. One love. Alcaraz wins the first point. Mini break already secured. One love, Alcaraz. One zero, Alcaraz. Serve into the back of the Rune. Alcaraz forehand to the forehand of Rune. Alcaraz forehand again, the forehand of Rune. Into the forehand of Alcaraz. As Rune down the line. Alcaraz gets there with the backhand drop shot. Rune forehand. Is a winner down the line. We're back on serve 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. All right, Alcaraz serves again. In the back of the Rune, forehand from Alcaraz. That's a winner. 2-1, Carlos. Alcaraz. All right, but we're on serve. Rune to serve. Two one. There's a fault. Second serve. Double fault Rune. Yuck.
Get myself in there.
All right, 3-1. Alcaraz with a mini break again. 3-1. Serve again. As the return goes in the front of Rune, front from Alcaraz. Again, the front of Rune. Alcaraz backhand pass is out. All right, 3-2 Alcaraz. 3-2 Alcaraz. One mini break. 3-2. All right, Alcaraz serves again. He serves a fault. Second serve. Serve in the back end of Rune. Back into Alcaraz, the back end of Rune. Down the line, the forehand of Alcaraz on the stretch. Rune comes in, and it's a forehand winner. We're back on serve, 3-0. Nice hitting from Rune. 3-3. All right, back to Alcaraz's serve. 3-0. Three all. Serve again. There's a fault by Alcaraz. Second serve. Second serve. To the back of Rune. Return the forehand of Alcaraz. Rune forehand. Into the forehand of Alcaraz. Rune down the line. Alcaraz gets there with the backhand cross court. The backhand of Rune. Into the forehand of Alcaraz. Rune. Again to the forehand of Alcaraz, but it's out by Rune. 4-3 Alcaraz. 4-3. 4-3 Alcaraz. Rune serves again. To the backhand of Alcaraz. Return goes out 4-0. By the way, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. We've got Madrid starting next week. It's going to be hectic. And then Rome straight after that. For all. Rune serves. The backhand of Alcaraz. Backhand of Rune. Goes in the forehand of Alcaraz as Rune backhand on the stretch. Alcaraz, forehand down the line. Rune's got it on the stretch with a forehand cross, and that's too good. 5-4 Rune. He's 2 points away from taking the set. He had 2 set points already in the last few games. But let's see whether or not he can take the set eventually. All right, 5-4 Rune up. Alcaraz to serve. As the return goes in the forehand of Alcaraz. Backhand of Rune up. Into the forehand of Alcaraz as Rune forehand. Into the Alcaraz backhand. And Alcaraz in the net. 6-4. 6-4 Rune. 6-4 Rune. To take the first set. And it's on Rune's serve. 6-5. Alcaraz saves 1. Rune serving with the 4th set point. This one's on his serve. Serve. There's a fault. Second serve. Second serve. To the backhand of Alcaraz. Return the backhand of Rune. Alcaraz backhand. Into the Rune backhand. Is Alcaraz backhand again. Into the forehand of Rune. Alcaraz again with the backhand. Into the backhand of Rune. To the forehand of Alcaraz. Rune. Backhand again. Alcaraz on the attack. Rune with the slice. Goes in. No, it goes out. Just goes out, and it's 6-all. They change ends. Alcaraz to save 4 set points. Rune has to win this set. Rune has to win this set. 6-all. He's had 4 set points, Rune. He has to win this set. He's still got to serve, though. You seem like you want Alcaraz to lose? To be honest, I don't really care about this. I think this match is boring. I think tennis as a whole is a waste of time, and I'd rather be watching something else. So that's where I'm at. 6-all! Welcome to the channel, bro. We're watching tennis. As we get a return out of the forehand of Rune. Rune hits a win up. 7-6 Rune up. Set point number 5. All right. 6-7. By the way, very windy out there. Alcaraz going to serve. It's set point number 5 for Rune up. Serving to the forehand of Rune. Return goes to the forehand of Alcaraz. Rune on the gets the rally. He gets the goddamn set. He wins the set. I can speak. He wins the set. Alcaraz hits it out. He finally wins a set, Rune up. Sorry, Mia. It's okay. He wins a set. Seven, 6. First set in the bag. It took him forever, but he gets it. All right. Rune takes the set. Wasn't the prettiest. It wasn't the worst set of tennis from either guy, but it wasn't. That wasn't as good as it could be. Pardon me. Somebody asked yesterday, are they playing as good as yesterday? No, they're playing not as good as yesterday. They were playing much better yesterday, these guys, against other guys. 10 winners, 17 errors from Alcaraz, 10 winners, 13 errors from Rune. There you go. There you have it. All right. Cool. First set in the bag. But something tells me Alcaraz is going to come back with fire. Take it easy, bro. We're all happy. I'm sorry, bro. Don't bro me. Come in here and bro. Take it easy. Take it easy. Take it easy. Take it easy. What are you talking about? Take it easy. What the hell does that mean? Take it easy. You must be new. I'm not taking nothing easy. First set in the bag, though. Rune had to win this set to remain in the match. Match on. That's it. It's game on. Alcaraz will get the second, but then steam. I don't know what you're saying. It was a very close set for Rune. He got lucky. Alcaraz missed a couple of shots he should have made. Yeah, I expect Alcaraz to be much better in the second. Match stats are not correct. Match stats are whatever they say they are, all right? Just relax, all right? The match stats are on the board, and I'm sorry if they're wrong, but they're also... It is what it is, right? I cannot control time, or... This is automatic. I don't manually put the stats in. If I did, I would probably have stopped doing this years ago. Anyways, first game of the second. Alcaraz serving first in the second set. Who you got in the win in the second set, chat? Who you got? Who have you got? I'm going to go Alcaraz. I think Alcaraz will fight back. 15 love. Did I receive your super chat? Sorry, I was yelling. Linda. Why won't the stupid AI speak? AI, can you speak? God damn it. What are you doing?
The Rune Swagger is back.
There we go. Thank you, Linda, for the donation. Sorry I didn't say it. I don't know what. We're going to start slapping AI around, chat. It's getting lazy. All right, 30 love. Now, if I disappear, you know who did it, right? You know who did it. Don't believe what they say, all right? You know. AI, you got to step up. Speak. AI, speak. 40 love. Is it a return? In the net. And it's 1 love Alcaraz. He looks pissed off. He looks angry, Alcaraz. 1 love in the second. All right. Rune serves. All right. Serve is a fault from Rune. Second serve. Second serve into the back of Alcaraz. Return the net. 15 love. $15 love. As Rune serves again. Into the back of Alcaraz. Alcaraz hits it out. 30 love. 30 love. 30 love. Serve again. As the return goes in the back of Rune, back of Alcaraz, into the back of Rune. Alcaraz forehand into the forehand of Rune, to the forehand of Alcaraz. Rune forehand again, into the forehand of Alcaraz down the line of the back of Rune on the stretch. Alcaraz forehand again to the back of Rune. Rune hits it out, 30-15. (30-15). Serve again for Rune. There's a bit of fault. Second serve. Ha ha ha. Alcaraz in straight sets. Low cam. Ban that guy. Get him out of my chat. 30-15. Not today. 30-15. It's a back and now slice from Alcaraz. Into the forehand of Rune. Alcaraz the forehand cross court. Rune gets it. Alcaraz forehand again. Into the backhand of Rune. Off the tape to the backhand of Alcaraz. Hits a slice. Rune forehand. Into the forehand of Alcaraz. The backhand of Rune. Rune hits the tape and goes in. 40-15. 40-15. 40-15. He's joking. We don't do jokes in this house. This is a serious match, and I'm sick of people coming in here thinking that we're going to have a laugh. This is bullshit. This is when there is no laughing here. This is serious. I don't want anyone to come in here and think that they can make jokes. All right? I don't make jokes. I'm a very serious person, all right? And you need to be serious as well, chat. I'm sick of this. You coming in here thinking that it's all fun and games? No, this is serious. You gotta lock in. Lock the hell in. 40-15. Lock the hell in. 40-30. Rune serves. Uh, 40-30. And as the return goes into the backhand of Rune. Backhand from Alcaraz to the backhand of Rune. As Alcaraz slice into the forehand of Rune. Into the backhand of Alcaraz. Rune with a forehand down the line of the backhand of Alcaraz. Into the backhand of Rune on the stretch. Alcaraz forehand in the backhand of Rune. In the forehand of Alcaraz is Rune backhand. Into the forehand of Alcaraz is Rune with the forehand on the stretch. Goes in the net. And it's deuce. Rune throws the racket. Big deal, you got it wrong. What an egomaniac. Bro, we're all joking here. See, it's funny when somebody... Look. New guy. We're all just making fun. You can make fun of my predictions, even though people that make fun of my predictions usually don't know what they're talking about anyway. And I'll make fun of your trolling, right? It's okay. It's okay. It's all good. It's all fun and games, all right? I was being sarcastic. Advantage Rune. To get on the board here in the second. By the way, I was being sarcastic about ban that guy, so mods in the future, if I say ban someone, just be chill, all right? So, we take a joke. Just don't spam either. Please don't do that. Nightbot will get you. All right, advantage Rune up. There's a bit of forehand now down the line. Into the backhand of Alcaraz. Backhand of Rune. The backhand of Alcaraz. There's Rune forehand to the forehand of Alcaraz. Into the forehand of Rune. Alcaraz with the backhand. Down the line's a winner, and it's back to deuce. Cam curse is real. Chat. Don't you start. All right, deuce. We get to deuce. We get to deuce. As Rune serves again. There's a fault. Second serve. Second serve. Into the forehand of Alcaraz. Forehand of Rune down the line. The backhand of Alcaraz. Rune backhand. Into the net. Advantage Alcaraz. Advantage Alcaraz. To take the break in the second. Serve. As the return goes in the forehand of Alcaraz. Rune forehand comes to the net with a volley, and Rune up. Oh, Alcaraz gets it, apparently. No? No, he didn't. Doesn't matter. He missed it anyway. Back to deuce. Back to deuce. Back to deuce. Why does Stuttgart have a different finals day? Because they took Friday off because of Good Friday. So they didn't play any tennis on Good Friday for religious reasons, obviously. But that's why it got delayed for one day. So they'll play the final tomorrow. All right. Advantage Alcaraz. As Rune serves another fault. Second serve. Second serve. To the backhand of Alcaraz. Return goes to forehand of Rune. Alcaraz backhand slice. Rune forehand is a winner. Back to deuce. The hell? Back to deuce. Long game. Long game. As Rune serves a fault, second serve. Deuce as we have a forehand rally. Another one from Rune up into the forehand of Alcaraz. Rune down the line. As Alcaraz backhand cross. Rune gets it. Into the forehand of Alcaraz on the stretch. Rune forehand down the line. Alcaraz has got it. Into the forehand of Rune. Into the forehand of Alcaraz. As Rune down the line forehand. Alcaraz gets there with the backhand cross. Rune backhand again to the slice of Alcaraz. Alcaraz in the net. Advantage Rune. Advantage Rune. Stop having tournaments in these religious countries. We play Australian Open on Australia Day. Yeah, but Australia Day is not a religious holiday. Also, I don't think it's a country thing. I think it was just like a tournament decision. Like, I think it was because they played in Munich. So I don't think it was a Germany-wide thing. It was just Stuttgart decided to not play on Good Friday for whatever reasons they decided. And that's fair enough. But yeah, not a good comparison with Australia Day. Australia Day is not a religious holiday. It's definitely not the same level of, I guess, importance to some in terms of, like, people in America don't care about Australia Day. It's not a worldwide holiday, you know. Backhand goes in the forehand of Alcaraz. Forehand out from Rune. Into the forehand of Alcaraz. Rune forehand of the stretch. Alcaraz hits it wide and we get to 1-1. It's actually German law, but why didn't Munich obey the law? Munich played Friday, so I don't know why they played it Friday. I'm annoyed I missed everything I was out. That's all right. You only missed the first set Tiebreak. Oh, that region of Germany. Oh, okay. So the Munich is a different region, and they don't have the same rules. That's fair enough. Why is it a bad thing? It's not a bad thing. I have no problem with them just not playing on Friday. There's nothing wrong with that. Just like there's no problem with them not playing Friday in Dubai or Saudi Arabia. I've got no problem with that. If that's what your belief in that country's culture is, fine by me. We'll adapt. We'll adapt to the cultures of the countries we play. 15 love. If it means we have to play an extra day later, we'll play an extra day later. I don't think it's that serious, chat. As a return goes into the net from Rune, 30 love. Yes, to Kep, mate. I don't know why the stats are fucked up, but they are, all right? Thank you for noticing. I appreciate you pointing it out. It's been mentioned. I don't know why it didn't record an extra break point, because there is a 2 breaks, but I don't know why. I can't help you. I can't fix it. I wish I could. But thank you for noticing. 40 love. But hopefully it will fix itself. Anyways, Alcaraz 40 love. As the return goes in the front of Alcaraz, back in Rune as a lob. Goes in. Then Alcaraz hits a forehand long. 40-15. All right. 40-15. As Rune hits it out in the return. 2-1 Alcaraz in the second. He stays in front. We're going to go around the courts because we've actually already had a lot of matches today, which is kind of strange, but we did. We've had like 4 matches already. So check them out. All right, Alcaraz left the court. Something's wrong. Alcaraz is getting a medical timeout. Something has happened. He's leaving the court. I don't know what happened. My screen just went black. Everything broke, chat. I don't know what's going on. All right. Alcaraz limping off the court. He's getting a medical timeout. I don't know what for. All right. I hope he doesn't retire. Me too. You can't get medical time out for cramps. So that is not the case. What does he have? I have no idea. But he limped off, so I'm going to say leg or hip. Strategy for Alcaraz. There's always one. There's always one. All right. There is always one. Rune is stretching as well because he's doesn't want to get cold. Where's your dog? Right there. She's just chilling. Upper thigh, maybe. Yeah. I think it's definitely, if it's a leg issue, it's going to be upper leg or thigh or hip to get a medical time out off court. He was limping, so again, it's got to be leg related. Pardon me. Give me Baba. Hey. Oh, here we go. Here she is. How much? What, Mia? You want them to all donate $5? What? You want them all to become members? Chat. Mia wants you all to become members. Or $5 donations. She said that. She said that. What? How much? No, that's too much. That's too much. I know. Yep, that's exactly how I feel, Papa. Me too. I feel like that. What a cute cow. What was that? Double that person's fee. Okay. Yeah, you got to pay double. You got to pay the double tax. Lamau Fadal fans are hilarious. What? Why are you getting triggered over Fadal? No one's here. Why are you taking Alcaraz medical timeout? Because he's injured. His leg's injured. We think it's the leg. We don't know. He left. He left the court. I'm not there. I don't know behind the scenes. I'll tell you when he comes out on court what happened. But I don't know. Mia, do you know? You don't care. Okay. Good girl. All right. Hey, thank you, Dutchie, for the donation. Appreciate that. Oh, man. Chat. If I get sick, we might not come back to the end of the week. Oh, man. I'm falling apart. Whew. Is anybody running any questions that I can read? Please. Fadal aren't even here. Exactly. Do you know what the medical time is out for? We think it's leg, maybe thigh or hip injury. Someone tells me if he's not going to finish this match, he's not playing Madrid. Like, you think he's going to rock up in a couple of days, play Madrid if he's got a bad leg? No, hell no. Especially when you got the French coming up, and also Rome is also there for a backup. So, come on now. Am I sleepy? I'm always sleepy. Look, Cam with the fancy water. Dude, this is tap water. I've used this bottle at least 700 times. Buy it once, reuse. Don't waste money or bottles. So yeah, it looks like an inner thigh muscle or something. Thanks, Dudgy. Alcaraz coming back. Here we go. He's jogging back, so that's a good sign. But yeah. Pardon me. I'm guessing it's again, guessing that it's something to do with his leg. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with the with his movement, because that's going to tell us what's going on. All right. He's up 2-1 in the second. Rune's got the first set, though. Love 15. He wins the first point, so that's fun. Love 15. As Rune serves again. Into the back of Alcaraz. Back into Rune. Into the front of Alcaraz. As Rune again to the front of Alcaraz, who hits it down the line and long. 15-0. Jay.
During yesterday's match, I noticed that Carlo's upper thigh was heavily strapped. Sob.
All right, so there you go. Thank you, Jay, for the confirmation. So we can go off the assumption that it's a thigh. And you just got it retaped or refixed. All right, 30-15. Yeah, please don't put scores in the chat. Appreciate it. $30-15. No, that's right. Chat, I'm going to throw my internet to the moon. It's going to go higher than Katy Perry in a spaceship. This internet, I'm going to throw it, and it's going to hit a planet outside of the solar system at this point. This internet is garbage. It's 1:30 in the morning on a Sunday. Who is on the internet? Who's streaming Netflix on Easter Sunday at 1 in the morning, chat? I got to... Chat, if you've got better internet, tell me where you live and tell me what country you live on, and I will get a visa. 30-0. Tell me, chat, tell me what if your internet is good and where you're from, and I will move because this is garbage. I will move. 30-0. Does your internet work at 1:30 in the morning without any hassle, chat? That's what I need to know. I live in Sydney and it's fine. Yeah, I'm in Australia, so I'm out. Romania, I might have to move to Romania. As the return goes in from Rune, good pass, 40-30. Alcaraz kind of hesitated with that one. France is excellent, okay. We have the poorest in the world. We have the poorest internet in the world, Philippines. Well, that's not... I'm sorry to hear that, but that's not what I asked. I was asking who has the best internet. So if you don't have better internet than Australia, then I need to know where is the best internet. Definitely not Germany. Again, thank you for the... I won't go to Germany then. Stay where you are. We don't want you here. That came from a member. Rune Holtz, by the way. That's crazy that a member said that. I don't know where you live, David, but I don't want to go there anyway. Don't spam the UK. I've already lived there. And it was fine. The internet was kind of shitty, but it was okay. Two old. A little 4-0 from Rune. Good pickup. Alcaraz pass. Rune volleys. Alcaraz volleys. Rune gets there with a backhand cross-court winner.
This is going to be
Rune outsmarted Alcaraz on that point. Love 15. Love 15. Love 15. What speed your internet? Slow. Medium slow. All right. As we get a nice volley, Rune. Love 30. Love 30. Good internet in Long Beach, California. Come on over. I would love to live in California if it wasn't so expensive. Oh my God, shut up, shut up. Guy who keeps talking about like Alcaraz sold to the betting companies, you just put a bad bet on, so stop blaming Alcaraz. Volley, drop shot is good, and Rune can't get it, 15-30. It's so funny, Chad, because in Australia, it's been a big issue on people that have been abusing players because they're put on bad bets and they're blaming the players for losing money. But the players of the sports that people are coming out and trying to like online abusing, they're coming out and saying you're cowards and you should be better and there should be something put in place for that. So if you are one of those people who come out here and blame players for your bad bets and you do it in here, we got to start making that a rule of like, yeah, you can come in here and say like, oh, my bet's gone, blah, blah, blah. But if you start saying like Alcaraz is doing it, it's Alcaraz's fault that you made a mistake, you should go. We should kick you out. I don't think you should be here because this is not for you. I put bets on tennis, but you never hear me bitch about it. Ever. And I definitely don't go, oh my God, Rune, he's ruining my life. I never say that shit. Because I accept my responsibility for what I do. I made a decision. I didn't bet on this match, but if I made a decision to bet on it, I live with that. Because I'm an adult. Alcaraz gets broken 3-2. So if you want to say that Alcaraz sold this match and you're like, oh, I lost money, go somewhere else, cry into a pillow. I don't care. I don't want to hear it. No one in the chat wants to hear it. Alcaraz doesn't want to hear it. You are part of the problem. So please, please stop betting or take responsibility for your own bet. Don't come in here and complain about it. I'm not here. I'm not a therapist. I'm not here to hear your problem about how you lost money on someone else. It's not my problem. All right? Please don't come in here and complain about it. It's not our problem. All right. Alcaraz is getting, it's on his right thigh, by the way. His leg is getting massaged on the right thigh. So that was what Jay said, what I think Gene might have said as well. That is a problem. His right leg, the thigh, doesn't look like he's got strapping on it, but it's definitely a problem. That's why I had a medical timeout. Your bet, your problem. Exactly. It's your bet, your problem. Don't make it my problem. Don't make it Chat's problem. Don't make it Alcaraz's problem. It's he doesn't care. He only cares about trying to win this tournament. He doesn't care what you're doing. Sinner is going to win RG now. I don't know. I think if Alcaraz's injury is, I feel like it might be more. Hopefully, it's more wear and tear, right? Hopefully, it's not like a serious thing. Hopefully, it's just like overplaying, and that he just needs time off to repair and recover for next the next big event. Will he play Madrid? That'll start on probably Friday for him, or maybe Saturday. So most likely he will, depending on the severity of what's going on. But I wouldn't say it would be a bad thing for him not to play. And then go play in Rome, because there's still time to get ready for Roland Garros. There's no point in pushing for Madrid and then ditching Rome, and making it worse. Just he doesn't need to play Madrid. He's got a final. If he loses this, he's got a final. And he's got Monte Carlo. He doesn't need to play Madrid. He can play Rome, try and win that if he's back to health. There's no point in trying to play in front of your home crowd because you have to. You play it here. You don't have to go play Madrid as well. If it's a wear and tear issue, All right. 15-0. Oh, Mia. As Rune backhand into the backhand of Alcaraz. The forehand of Rune as Alcaraz backhand into the backhand of Rune. Again to the backhand, a forehand of Alcaraz, backhand of Rune. Into the backhand of Alcaraz, down the line of the forehand of Rune. Alcaraz forehand again. Into the forehand of Rune. To the backhand of Alcaraz. Rune backhand into the forehand of Alcaraz. Again to the backhand of Rune. And then Alcaraz hits a volley, but it's wide. By the way, guy in chat who keeps on saying it's obvious match fixing, you say that one more time, I'm going to get the rest of the chat to lose it on you, because I'm not going to engage. All right, 30-15. I know, Mia. It's all right. 30-15. She's had enough, chat. She's had enough. As we get a return now to the forehand of Rune. Forehand of Alcaraz down the line. Rune back on the stretch. Alcaraz. Drop shot. Rune forehand goes in, but Alcaraz is there with a volley. 30-all. 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 Serve again for Rune, trying to keep this break. Yeah, Gino Starlink, I think, is really expensive. So I don't know if that's an option. I need I feel like moving countries might be a cheaper option. All right, 30-40. 30-40. Break point for Alcaraz to get back on serve. 30-40. Rune serves a fault. Second serve. Second serve. As the return goes into the backhand of Rune. Slice Alcaraz. Into the backhand of Rune as Alcaraz backhand slice. Again to the backhand of Rune. Into the backhand of Alcaraz. Rune backhand down the middle. Alcaraz with the forehand. Into the Rune backhand. Alcaraz forehand again. Rune gets it with a slice. Alcaraz in control. Hits a forehand cross court again. Rune with a pass. Alcaraz comes in with a slice. But it goes long. And we get to deuce. We get to deuce. All right, we get to deuce. As Rune serves again. Serve again. As the return goes short, and Rune comes in and hits it straight to Alcaraz, and Rune with a volley. Alcaraz with a pass, Rune with a volley in the net. Oh man, Rune just a little too casual. Advantage Alcaraz to get back on serve. To get back on serve. All right. Rune might be just being a little casual. Serve again. Into the backhand of Alcaraz. Backhand of Rune. To the backhand of Alcaraz. Is Rune backhand to the forehand of Alcaraz. Into the backhand of Rune. Alcaraz the backhand. Into that Rune forehand. Is Alcaraz again with the forehand down the line. It hits the tape and does not go over. Back to deuce. Back to deuce. Serve again. That's a bit of fault. Second serve. Second serve. Into the backhand of Alcaraz. Backhand from Rune. Into the forehand of Alcaraz. Rune forehand down the line. Alcaraz backhand cross goes long. And it's advantage Rune. Advantage Rune. Anonymous.
After the dude won Monte Carlo, he should have skipped this 500 event, got rest then head to Madrid. Too quick of a turnaround time.
Agree. But he played this event because he was a two-time champion and he skipped last year. So he probably, maybe maybe he signed an appearance fee that he has to be here a certain amount of times. I don't know. But I agree. I think in hindsight, he probably shouldn't have played this week. But I'm sure that if it is bad, he won't play next week. He won't push it any further than he has to. But Rune holds 4-2 in the second. All right. Serve again for Alcaraz. Must hold game. As the return goes back into Alcaraz. Back into from Rune. And Alcaraz with the half volley is in the net. Love 15. All right, love 15. All right, serve. Is a fault. Second serve. As the return goes into the backhand of Alcaraz. Alcaraz hits it wide. Love 30. Love 30. Love 30. Yeah, please stop spamming. Love 30. Chance for Rune to get the double break. 7 to the 4 of Rune. Return goes backhand. Oh, Rune slipped! Rune slipped and Alcaraz hit a winner. He says he's all right. 15-30. That's a shame. He went to turn and he slipped. He's all right, though. Nothing bad happened, but he slipped. $15.30. And the return goes into the forehand of Alcaraz. Alcaraz overhits at 15.40. These are almost championship points at this rate for Rune. 15.40. No place for betting here. Look, I have nothing against people betting. I have people against people. I don't like people who complain about their bad bets. You can bet all you want. I bet on tennis, but you never hear me complain about it. So I have nothing wrong with betting. If it's legal, you can do it. You're an adult. But I have a problem with people who blame the players. Slice goes in to the forehand of Alcaraz. 4 now on the stretch from Rune. Is a winner. Rune's got the double break, 5-2. I didn't bet on this match because that'd be unprofessional. But I bet on things. Nothing wrong. I have no problem with that. I have a problem with coming in here and complaining about how they've lost. And I'm like, that's not what we're here for. We're not here to help make you feel better.
If Rune wins, does Zverev go to number 2?
Yes, he does. Good observation. Sinner will be Zverev will be number 2. Zverev will be number 2. Yeah, if you're going to cry over your bad bets in this chat, I can't. We're not going. Nobody's going to get. You're not going to get any sympathy from anybody. All right. Take the L, and or don't bet again because that's you obviously can't handle it. Like, don't do it. All right. Alcaraz had his chances. He gave it away. So sad to see him lose. First set, agree. Second set, he's just not physically there. And it's not an excuse, it's a reason. The first set, though, should have... Alcaraz should have won the first set. But the second set, he's playing way more aggressive because he can't run as much. And he's also probably thinking, I've got to play Madrid next week. So, again. But Rune, who is also getting some treatment on the scratch from when he fell over. He's all right, Rune. But Rune is not playing it. He's not playing it safe. He's like, you know what? You're hurt, but I'm still going to make you run. Like I'm not going to play it easy here. So that's good for Rune. We love that for Rune. He is not like, oh, you're sore. I'm just going to hit it back soft. They just show him Rune slipped and he smacked his elbow. Left elbow, though. But he's all right. Why should Alcaraz have won the first set? He made too many errors in the tiebreak. He had chance, he was up a couple of mini breaks in the tiebreak. And he was, he saved a lot of set points, but he didn't play well in that tiebreak. Alcaraz is fit. Don't give excuses. Are you watching the match with your eyes closed? What are you doing? You just like this? I mean, I know you probably can't watch the match because you're here and I'm telling you what's happening, but I've already told you many times that Alcaraz has got an injury. But, if you don't believe me, then okay. But I'm just telling you what I'm saying. But okay. 15 love. Like, Alcaraz is sore. No, he's not. Oh, you're watching on TV. Then you have no excuse. 15 love. Then you saw him leave the court. You saw him get treatment. Like, what are you talking about? You're coming in here now and be like, oh, he's not injured. Okay, so then why was he getting all the treatment then? What are you talking about, mate? Bro. I can understand if you weren't watching the match. Come on now. Anyways, return goes into the fort of Rune. He's 2 points away from winning this match. Love this for Rune. Big 3 Rune, baby. As a bit of slice goes in to the fort of Alcaraz. Rune with a pass. Alcaraz volleys it into the net. Championship points, 40 love. 40 love. 40 love. Rune, championship points. I think we need to seriously ask whether or not it's worth playing Madrid for Alcaraz, because you don't want to go to Madrid, even if it's a small injury, you don't want to make it worse. You're better off taking the rest and playing Rome. But also it's in Spain. Backhand goes into the backhand of Alcaraz. Rune with a backhand into the backhand of Alcaraz. Is Rune backhand again? Down the middle to the front of Alcaraz, and that's in the net. Rune wins. Rune is the Barcelona champion. Rune is back, baby. Indian Wells final. A couple of, not so great tournaments since then. And then here, he makes the final. He beats Rude. And he beats Alcaraz in the final. Alcaraz, he's got to figure out what's going on with that leg. Whether or not it's worth playing next week. But I'll tell you, Rune is playing next week, and he's going to be a Barcelona champion going into next week. Hell yeah. Rune earned this title in that first set. You can say what you want about the second set and say, oh, well, maybe Rune got a little lucky because Alcaraz wasn't 100%, but he earned it in that first set, Rune. He won that first set. He fought his ass off. He took that first set, and whatever happened with Alcaraz happened, but it's all Rune that he earned that. He earned it. And he earned it with the other wins he had this week as well. Smashing Hashanov, who was coming off a couple of good wins. Smoking Rude, which he'd had a terrible record against. So great win for Holger Rune. And the chance of Carlos go around the stadium, but this is all Rune now. GG's. Rune needed way more? Yeah. I mean, this makes it interesting, right? I mean, Rune's best results at the Grand Slams have been at the French. He made a couple of quarterfinals there in his early career, right? So, yeah. It's... And Alcaraz is disappointed. They're saying, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. He looks disappointed. He looks disappointed to lose in front of his home crowd. And they're all giving, the crowd's like, Carlos. And that doesn't help. But he'll be back. Alcaraz is still the favorite for the French, I reckon. He's still an absolute beast. And he's going to be a threat for all the clay court tennis coming up. 18 winners, 24 errors from Rune. And 16 winners, 33 errors from Alcaraz. Lost on the forehand side. But again, the second half of that match, the second set of that match, that's where Alcaraz's error count went high, because maybe he was being a bit more aggressive because he didn't want to run. Fair enough. Hey, Hobbs.
Don't they understand it's not my problem, Bob Dylan?
Thank you for the 12. Axe.
What's Rune's ranking now? Evan.
Rune is number 9. He's back in the top 10. Mailcat.
LFG Great Dane. He's unrelenting and inevitable. Beware King Holger.
There you go. By the way, if you are leaving, don't forget to sub on the way out. Yeah, he's in the top 10 again, Rune. He's got a big trophy to his name. I mean, it's been a great week for Rune. Great week, a great couple of weeks. I mean, talking a couple of weeks going back to Indian Wells and then this. Monte Carlo, he had to retire injured, but he has put his name up as a maybe a dark horse for the French. I think maybe if you didn't already have him in that conversation, maybe he is that sort of, maybe top. I don't know about top 5 favorite to win the French, but he's got to be around that top 7. If you say Alcaraz and Sinner, and Sinner is the favorite, and then you got Zverev and Djokovic, and I mean maybe Rune in that conversation. I don't know. But he's definitely put his hand up as someone to watch out for. and maybe an outsider for the French if things go his way. Going deep in every tournament is hard on Carlos's body. I agree. He's his own worst enemy, Carlos, because he's so good. Yeah, I don't think it's worth playing Madrid if you're Alcaraz and you've got any sort of issue. Take the 2 weeks. There's no point in pushing for next week, because if he comes back next week and he gets worst case is it gets worse. Second, there's no point in pushing back and then just playing and losing in a third round or something, right? It's like, there's no point in trying to play next week when there's also bigger fish to fry. Plus, Rome is much bigger. It's much bigger because Sinner's coming back. Like, I think Rome is probably the bigger tournament out of the two anyway, because of Sinner, right? Sinner coming back is more, and trying to play Sinner on clay and trying to get a win over Sinner on clay before the French I think is more important for Alcaraz. Than playing in Madrid next week, making himself worse or hurting himself again or whatever, and then playing Rome or not playing Rome and then playing the French Open with 3 weeks off. I mean, it's better to not play 2 weeks, then play Rome and then have a week off and then play Roland Garros, I think. I think the scheduling would be better to miss Madrid. The only problem is Madrid's his home tournament. It sucks, but it's also like, well, if he has to miss Madrid or Rome, logically it would make sense. If you're a neutral player with don't have ties to any country, either of these, like, let's say you're from Australia, you wouldn't play Madrid if you were hurt at this stage. You'd take Madrid off and you'd go play Rome because Rome's more important as preparation for the French anyway, right? But he's from Spain, so playing Madrid's kind of a big deal. He is the face of the tournament, And they're kind of banking on him to play, but it's like, shit, if he's not 100%, why would he push it? Don't take credit from Rune. Alcaraz was fine until he was losing. This is disrespect to Rune. Oh, can we stop? Can all the crybabies just stop? Can we stop doing this every week? It's really boring. That every week we're just explaining what is going on with Alcaraz, because there's a lot of Alcaraz fans that are worried about him. We're not taking anything away from Rune by explaining what is going on with Alcaraz. By talking about Alcaraz and how his body is, we're not saying anything about Holger Rune's win. We're not dismissing it. We're not saying he got lucky. None of that shit. We're literally just talking about what should Alcaraz do next and talking about him for a bit, because we're going to praise Rune in a second. But you're just coming in here and like pretending like I'm saying that Rune was the luckiest man on earth today. What do you mean? Like, what are you doing? Just relax. I'm trying to explain to the Alcaraz fans what happened, because some of them weren't here all day, right? But let's not do this every week. Every week we do this, chat. Every week. It's tiring. After every final, I praise one player and other people get angry. Or I say one thing and the other thing. Let's not do this every week. It gets really repetitive and boring. I don't want to, let's give Alcaraz a little bit of, let's talk about Alcaraz and then we'll talk about Rune. Hey, Mail Cat, thank you for donating, gifting membership. Appreciate it. And like I said, if you were here earlier, because you obviously weren't here, Rune won this match in that first set. The title was won in that first set for Rune. And he deserved and earned this title by winning that first set the way he did. Because Alcaraz wasn't sore in the first set. Well, he might have been sore, but he wasn't showing it in the first set. You're right, in the second set, he got sorer. But also, he had the medical timeout in the second. He had the massages in the second. The second set, he was clearly hampered more. Maybe it's because the first set was so intense. Rune won this title in that first set, and he deserved it from that first set and from the win against Khachanov, the win against Rude. The big matches he won during the week, Rune won this time. No one's taking that away from him. Both Alcaraz and Rune are great players. Oh, yeah. And we need Rune to beat Alcaraz and beat Sinner. So then we can start talking about other players in that generation. And Rune has been a part of that big three conversation, right? We love that. Ladies draw start. Yeah, okay. We'll get to Madrid. Okay. There's like 700 things happening at the same time. This is probably the hardest week in tennis. Let me just breathe. Thank you, Dutchy. I'm watching it, but I'm also like trying to explain what else is going on. But thank you, Dutchy. Keep updating me though. If the draw comes out, let me know what happens. Rune deserved a win. He played great away. Exactly. Are we watching Penko tomorrow? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know what to do. Chad, we've got to remember, even though these tournaments are big, there are only 500 events. And we don't watch 500 events like we do 1000s. Like we don't watch every final of a 500 and stuff. Stop making excuses for Carlos. Bro, your name literally has donkey in it. I want to watch it, but it just depends on a couple of things. I might not be around, so... WTA draw is live. Yeah, I mean, if when the 20th person says it, I'll acknowledge it. Like, what do you want me to do? Thank you for telling me. I'm watching it. What do you want me to do? The draw hasn't come out yet, so I mean, they're all just talking. Eala's on the panel, and I don't know if they're talking. Like, what do you want me to do? Tell me what you want me to do. It's not happening. There's no draw yet. They're not even done a draw. It's 2 a.m. Tell me what to do. Is Rune the new Fonseca, bro? Talk about Madrid. Okay, Feli Lopez is sitting there and he looks pretty. He has long hair and why does he look 30? Like, what do you want from me? They're not doing anything. Talk about Madrid. There's literally nothing to talk about. They're talking about the qualies. Exactly. And because it's a fucking 1000 event with 2 weeks, there are no like qualies are like 150 in the world. It's a massive event. Like the first round of the actual draw is the qualies. Come on, chat. Let's just all like... Chat, I'm losing. You're losing me, chat. I'm losing it, chat. Also, the men's draw comes out tomorrow. So the women's draw is going to come out now, and the men's draw tomorrow, which again is so stupid. Can 1000 events like do it at the same time? Can we stop fluffing around? Because we need it. Just do the draw on the same day. Do the men's draw now. Just get this shit in one go. Let's not drag this shit out every single day. Raducanu is going to play Lemens in the first round. There you go. Kudermetova sisters are going to play each other. And Tomanovic has got a quali. Sabalenka is going to play nobody. She's going to buy in the first. She'll play a quali in the second. All right, here we go. We're doing now, chat. You ready for the draw? Chat. It's coming out now. You deserve sleep, yeah. I don't know. Eala versus Tomova. Winner plays Swiatek. Eala Swiatek second round. There you go. There's your match. There's your Madrid. Eala Swiatek rematch in the second round on a clay court. You happy? There's your second round. Eala's just like, why did I come here? She's like, come on now. If she can beat Swiatek on a clay court, the world might melt. Madrid clay, though, it's a little quick. She has to beat Tomova in the first round, though, and that could be interesting. Gauff, I think it's Gauff Swiatek semi-final, but we don't really care about that at the moment because Eala's second round against Swiatek is huge. Crazy. A lot of qualies in Gauff's section. A lot of qualies. So that means Pegula versus Sabalenka at the top. By the way, Swiatek being number 2 in the world has probably been she's been getting way worse draws. Can we all agree on that? Swiatek's been getting way worse draws as a number 2 seed. Can we all agree? Like it feels like she's had way worse time as number 2 seed. Palini's going to go with Gauff, I think. Oh no, Pegula, quarterfinal. Oh wow. Okay, Sakari. What is it? Bolter versus Sinikova. Winner plays Palini. Okay, interesting. Andreeva. Oh, it's Andreeva. Oh, Andreeva Gauff quarterfinal. Bottom half of the draw is kind of stacky. Keys in the bottom. Oh, Keys Osaka second round. Chat, this is good. Keys Osaka second round. If Osaka beats Bronzetti. I feel like they played on clay last year. Did they play on clay last year? Chat, there's some crazy matches going on. Some crazy matches. Mirra and Gauff finally. Yeah, well, quarterfinal. Swiatek's draw sucks. Swiatek draw sucks. And that's not the first time I've said that this week. Or this year. Badosa versus Zhang. Okay, winner plays Sabalenka in a quarterfinal. That's interesting. Thank God for WTA, otherwise tennis would be ultra dead right now. I don't know. The men's game the last couple of weeks been pretty good. Raducanu playing Paolini in a fourth round. That's a great match. I love that matchup. That match is always so fun. Oh, Andreescu plays Raducanu second round. Okay. Mukova. Ooh, okay. Mukova Gauff. No, Mukova Andreeva. Ooh, is that a good match? Mukova Andreeva. I feel like we haven't watched Mukova for years. Navarro takes on Keys in the fourth round. Winner plays Swiatek. Interesting. Novak update. He's not playing the women's game today. He's not playing the WTA draw. I don't know where he is. He'll be playing. I'll tell you tomorrow when the draw comes out. Damn. All right. Oh, Anisimova and Sabalenka. Or is that a third round? No, that's a fourth round. Anisimova Sabalenka. That's huge. That's a match. That's a tough match. Sabalenka has an easy start, but that's rough. By the way, where the hell's Penko? That's what I want to know. Dasha with the Aussie flag. Dasha versus Pegula fourth round. Dasha's got a decent draw. Come on, Dasha. Aussie Dasha. Chad, I'm so excited to see that. Yeah, Sabalenka's boogie woman is Vekic and Anisimova. And Vekic is Vekic is not on the board yet, but Anisimova is up the top. Haddad-Maia Gauff fourth round. Okay. Bencic is in that section too. A lot of qualies in that section. Bencic won Madrid, right? Once. Schneider versus Swiatek fourth round. Schneider hasn't been great this year, though. And there's a lot of big names in between them, so I don't know if they're going to meet. Schneider's had a few losses to players that maybe she shouldn't have. All right, here we go. Where's Penko, chat? Where the hell is Penko? Where the hell is Ostapenko? Where is she? Putting Severa up the top. She's playing Anisimova in the third round. All right. What's Penko? 24? No, she must be like seeded 27 or something, right? Kostruk versus Badosa in the fourth round. Oh, Raducanu. Man, Badosa's section kind of sucks. And Badosa's coming back from injury. She's got Kudermetova and Raducanu and Kostruk and Zhang in that section. Interesting. Alexandrova, she's going to take on Dasha in the third round. Damn it. Svitolina versus Raback in the third round. Ooh, it's some interesting third rounds. Penko's 19th seed. Oh, no, she's not 19. Okay, she's not seeded 19 because Samsonova is. She's seeded like 20-something. So Towson takes on Haddad-Maia. Winner plays Gauff. Samsonova versus Mukova third round. Donna Vekic is down the bottom with Swiatek. Oh, sorry, with Navarro. Oh, Penko's down the bottom with Swiatek. Are you kidding me? Penko versus Schneider. Winner plays Swiatek. Swiatek draw sucks, chat. Every time, chat. I'm starting to understand why the Swiatek fans feel so fucking down because it's every time, chat. Her draw sucks. Really bad. Penko in the fourth round But not that. I mean, Navarro's there too. She's a killer. You got Eala second round. That sucks. Keys is there. Osaka's there. Vekic is there. Schneider's there. If she comes, I mean, that bottom part of the draw is terrible. That bottom quarter sucks. And if Sabalenka was there, I'd probably say the same. But she's not. She's number one. She gets the top half where it's just qualies. And Mertens in a third round for Sabalenka. I mean, come on now. By the way, Kennan's also there with Zhang, third round. Mertens, Sabalenka. I mean, Sabalenka's got a dream until Anisimova. Fourth round onwards, it might get tough, but it should, right? God damn. Swiatek's draw stinks again. Penko. Is it Penko Swiatek third or fourth? I think it's fourth round. Jabeur Pegula third round. That's fun. Ooh, Ons versus... Isn't that a rematch of the final a few years ago? Linette versus Palini third round. Okay. Sabalenka lucky draw lately. I mean, she's the top seed, gets the best draw. I mean, that's... She earned the luck by being number one. I mean, you know, being the best player on the planet, she gets the number one seed and she gets a better draw randomly, but, you know, sometimes it plays that way. You know, sometimes the number three gets the best draw, but right now it's like, it feels like a lot of Sabalenka, and I'm not saying there's no conspiracy. Sabalenka is definitely getting a better draws than Swiatek. And if Swiatek was number one, it would maybe feel a lot better. Noskova third round. Swiatek's draw stinks. It stinks. Her draw sucks so bad. Her draw, Swiatek's draw, and she's a defending champion. Swiatek's draw is a killer. That draw stinks. And if anybody else says anything else, if you think that's not a bad draw, then that is the worst draw. Swiatek would trade places with anybody in that draw. Eala, Swiatek. Sorry, Swiatek first round bye. Eala, Noskova, Ostapenko, Keys, Andreeva, and then Sabalenka final. I mean, that is a killer. Every match that Swiatek plays could be a bad match. Eala doesn't look impressed on the panel. She knows she's supposed to play Swiatek if she wins. Well, she has to play Swiatek if she wins. She has to play Swiatek, Eala, no matter what. She'll have to play Swiatek if she wants to win. Holy crap, chat. What the hell? What the actual hell? Band in the background? I'm not watching anything. I'm watching the ceremony. I don't know what the band... What are you talking about, bands? God damn, chat. That is a draw. That is a crazy draw. By the way, we're going to do the men's draw tomorrow. Hopefully live. So we'll be back tomorrow to the men's draw. But yeah. That's crazy. Sorry, I don't understand. What are you talking about? What are we on about? Thanks, Jackie. I've got the draw on my screen. We're not going to go through it here because this isn't where we're doing it. But a video will come out, so don't worry. A video will come out. All right. Oh, you're saying about putting on... Yeah. Look, we put members only, mode only when it's really tough for the mods. Yeah. That's all right, Chad. Don't worry. It's not... It just... Look, Alcaraz is such a popular player, and a lot of people watch him, even if they don't like him. It just gets... You know, people get... It's just how... Whenever we watch Alcaraz matches, it's very rare that... It's very rare that we get to just enjoy it. It's either, you know, something happens and then it's, you know, everybody, there's a group of people that come out here and start laughing about him getting hurt, or then people saying he's faking it. Like, it all happens like that. I mean, it happens with Djokovic too, right? And it happens with Sinner. Like, that's what happens. When they become really, really good, people are going to come out here and make a bunch of comments about how their injuries are not real. And it's annoying. It annoys you guys. It's frustrating for everybody that people just want to do that and want to be like that. But the mods do a great job of trying to eliminate those people, because we don't need those people here. We don't need people just like doing that, because it's like they're obviously not paying attention. They're just trying to be a pain in the ass, you know. So, but Alcaraz was, again, we've already talked about it enough. Anyways, yeah, shout out to Deb. It's it's not easy. Yeah, it's just people coming in being a little toxic, you know. And I guess people make jokes, try and make jokes and stuff, but also it's like, bro, when it's injuries, let's not fuck around, right? Men's draw comes out tomorrow because it does. But we'll do a thing for the men's draw. I wasn't prepared for today. Today was such a crazy day. Man, so many things were going on and off stream that it's just been hectic. So I didn't have the time to get I didn't even think we'd get the women's draw on in time. I thought we'd be watching the men's final still. So apologies we didn't do a live thing, but we'll do a live draw tomorrow. I wish Madrid had maybe just waited for Alcaraz to finish. Like they started 20 minutes early anyway. So, but we'll do the men's draw tomorrow live. I won't be here, but I'll figure out how to do it. Draw previews are coming out, all that shit. You know what it is. Rune's biggest trophy in history, and Alcaraz gets the smallest trophy in history. Okay. Oh, you're talking about physically? Yeah. Physically, they're the big. Yeah, Barcelona's this massive trophy. No, thank you, Sylvia. I haven't. I don't know. Again, I don't know if Alcaraz is going to play next week. I would say it's not worth playing next week, but it's also playing at home. So I mean, maybe it is worth for him. But I don't think Alcaraz should risk playing next week if he's as sore as he looked in that second set, or at least if he's as sore as he looked at the end of the match when he was sort of just kind of labouring around, but. Happy for Holger. Oh, Holger, look, we love this for Rune. We're a pro Rune channel. We love Rune. I love that swagger he brings, and it's so good. You take nothing away from him. He won that trophy. Even though he wasn't playing the best Alcaraz today, he still beat Rude. He still beat Hashanov, who were very good clay quarters. He won this trophy. He didn't get an easy draw. It was not an easy draw for Rune. He won this trophy fair and square. He should totally skip Madrid and be healthy for Rome. I think so, but again, it's hard when if he wasn't Spanish, you'd say he probably would. But because he's playing in Spain, you think it's probably not going to be as easy as him saying, "Oh, fine, I'm not going to play." But Rune was the best player since day one. Well deserved. He was great. Madrid isn't even good preparation for the French with the altitude. Yeah, exactly. I mean, if he is tired, Alcaraz, I mean, the altitude won't help either. So yeah, Madrid sure will miss Rafa this year a lot. Yeah, I mean, I guess. If Alcaraz doesn't play, it's going to be even crazy, right? Anyways, chat, we're out of here. Thank you for joining us. Thanks for sticking around. Whew, hectic. These days are always hectic, but we've got one more day of Stuttgart tomorrow. So tomorrow the schedule is the men's draw comes out and then for Madrid, and then apparently Stuttgart's after that. So we'll try and do that. Like I said, I'm not going to be around, so I'm going to hopefully be able to do it. It'll just be a wait and see. I'll do my best to try and do it, but stick around because we are going to be doing women's preview for Madrid because that's obviously come out and all of that. So make sure you keep around for that. Also, there'll be a preview for the final of Stuttgart, which is coming out. Will be coming out soon as well. But Rune wins 7-6, 6-2. He takes out the trophy, and he is now the champion of Barcelona. Jams.
I bet on this match, an Iga match. Yeah.
There you go.
What all do you think Sinner will win this year?
I think Sinner will win a lot this year. Thank you for the donations. I don't know, but you need to be more specific. Will he win? He will win something when he comes back. Might be Grand Slams, might be more, might be less, right? But he'll win something. Anyways, happy Easter. I'll see you guys tomorrow for the Stuttgart final. But Alcaraz, hopefully he's okay for next week. But Rune wins 7-6, 6-2. He's the champion of Barcelona.